Mark chapter 6. I want to talk to you on the subject tonight, obtaining the impossible. Anyone can look at our situation and look at our society and say that we are in a crisis. There is trouble seemingly abounding, and the only answer we have seems to be an impossible one. I believe the impossible thing is about to become the reality, and that is a third great awakening. The only way there's ever going to be a third great awakening sweep across the U.S. and sweep across the nations of the earth is if there is a third great awakening that starts in the church, starts in Sevier County right now with you and with me, and we say, I am tired of being asleep and not hearing anything God's doing. I am tired of vicariously living through life. I am tired of sleepwalking through everything that's going on. I want to see God do things in my generation that the saints of old only dreamed about. Verse 31, and he said to them, come aside by yourself to a deserted place and rest a while, for there were many coming and going, and they did not even have time to eat. Well, I have heard this passage preached from multiple times, powerful messages just on what would happen if there were 5,000 people in the church that would just get hungry. You need to take note that before there were ever 5,000 hungry men, there were 12 men that had just returned to Jesus that didn't even have time to eat. What does this mean? The consecration or the hunger of the minority can be more powerful than the complacency of the majority. Our hunger as the minority right now can be 1,000 times more powerful, 1,000 times more effective, and 1,000 times more forceful than the compromise of the majority. We as a church can come to a position that we have no limitations if Christ is in us. There's greatness all over you. I can look at you right now and see there is destiny on you, there is purpose on you, and as soon as you get this down inside of you, that you're not content with the lost remaining lost and the dead remaining dead, and you go and do something about it, this world is going to be turned upside down. Number one, the way we obtain the impossible is letting our hunger drive us. Number two, how do we keep hunger? We have to decide that if there are 5,000 men surrounding us that have no hunger at the moment, we will not let their satisfaction dampen our hunger. You need to get something inside of you that says, if everyone's satisfied with glory never invading the church, I'm not. If men and women have lost their lives for this thing, we at least can get off of our pew and go and rescue the lost. And I'm just convinced God's not done. I'm just convinced that there are things in this last day that it's going to make every move in the past look like it's just a drop in the bucket. God is going to pour out His Spirit on all flesh in such a way that your sons and daughters are going to prophesy. We're going to see the lame get up on their feet. We're going to see the blind eyes open. We're going to see God do things we have only dreamed of. My question is, if this be the case, why are we settling for what's common when God is inviting us to lay hold of what is supernatural? There is no situation too far. There is no situation too dirty. There is no problem too extreme that God Almighty can't come and turn that thing around for His glory. Enough with this sleep. I'm waking up and we're going to see the glory of God invade the earth.